This Chinese student was a victim of cyber kidnapping. He has been found in rural Utah unharmed, but by the time the police traced him, his parents back in China had paid $80,000 in ransom. Just days ago, we got news of a 16-year-old UK girl being virtually gang raped in Metaverse. The investigation into the landmark case has now prompted questions about whether police should be pursuing virtual offences. So cyberspace is no different than the real world really. With the lines between virtual and real world blurring, how can you keep yourself safe? Well, first, let's go back to the 17-year-old boy's story to find out what's cyber kidnapping. Cyber kidnapping refers to a crime where the kidnappers convince their victim to hide and then contact their loved ones for ransom. The victim is also made to send pictures that make it look like they are being held captive, showing them bound or gagged. These are then shared with the family. Both parties believe their loved ones will be harmed if they don't do as the kidnappers ask. The kidnappers are not physically present and monitor the victim online through a video call platform. With the rise of AI, such crimes can rise as scammers can send people voice notes that sound exactly like the loved ones in distress. That's what happened last year when an Arizona woman testified in the US Senate about receiving a call from an unknown number. She heard her 15-year-old daughter crying who told her some bad men had her. A man then threatened her and demanded ransom. After she cut the call, she called up her daughter and realized she was safe. In fact, if we go back to this 16-year-old girl's case, she was wearing a VR headset immersed in a game where her animated avatar was subjected to a virtual assault by several men. And when you look at Metaverse, the concept of an online virtual environment where participants can use avatars to interact and engage in activities, more such crimes exist. Users' growing attachment to their virtual identities adds complexity to this issue. There's harassment, abuse, fraud, virtual extortion, money laundering, identity theft, and so much more. So how can you protect yourself? Be extra careful with calls from unknown numbers. Be careful of what you share about yourself and your children online because this can be used by scammers and extortionists. In case of Metaverse, use strong and unique passwords. Be cautious about sharing personal information. Be cautious of virtual relationships. Report any instances of cyberbullying and harassment. Use VPN to access Metaverse applications for an added layer of security.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mo.